Hey everybody, what can I say? It has been a spicy day of Tetris 99 so far. Everybody wants to take shots at the spooky theme. Next to win, I'm breaking the curse. It's like an old Icelandic strongman legend. I made a deal with the devil. We get access to the greatest aesthetic theme in Tetris history, but until I win, I can't switch off of it. Lend me your strength, please. We need to go full Tetris Turker. It's a little joke for my Icelandic fan. Look, it got a small population, okay? So do I. Well, so does my country, but I mean, your population is like really small. But your country is like really beautiful, so it's not considered punching down. Okay, so let's stop being so unabashedly nationalistic. Causing international incidents with the tension we're creating within the Tetris community. Wasn't my intention to do that, but you know, sometimes the discussion needs to be had, I suppose. For the time being, I'm actually really pleased with our play in the previous episode. Definitely did think we had a dub on the table. I want to get greedy, dude. Please, let me greed. We got enough. Okay. I mean, in the last game alone, brother, we had 19 kills and we came second. If I'm ever upset about a 19 kill performance, put this series out to pasture. I don't deserve it anymore. Should we have won? That's a tough question with a lot of nuance, but as much as I would love to say no, I think probably we would have been considered the favorite by Yorgos Lanthimos, Emma Stone, Rachel Weisz, Olivia Colman, etc., etc. So yeah, the long answer to your question is yeah, probably. The short answer to your question is you probably. It's an old classic little joke there. The old long short confusion, as we call it in the business. Me and my comedy friends call it, of which I have several, I assure you. And they don't make fun of me and say, hey, get a real job in comedy. They're largely like, hey, how do we ascend from being superstar stand-up comedians to being YouTubers like you? And I say, don't even bother, Dane. You don't have the chops. It's not Dane Cook, it's Dane Edna. Okay, no KOs equals we're doing something wrong. So stop hidden attackers. Stop thinking Prague Police. Start thinking PlayStation. Vin Diesel in Triple X. One of the all-time greatest lines in American cinema. Sure you don't need me to tell you. Just an absolute classic film. Saw it in theaters. Only once. I was on a fixed income at the time. I was in 8th grade. Like Bo Burnham. You ever realize that my commentary during Tetris 99 and how people sound when they freestyle rap is like almost exactly the same? It's just like pick out one thing with the crowd, make a rhyme, and then just add the word like. You know, she got a bag like Gucci. She's hungry for the game like Stanley Tucci. You know, it's just that easy. Okay, here's the thing, dude. That was a valiant send attempt against a lesser Tetramino player. You might have gotten it. You might have gotten it. Against me, I've decided it's been a long freaking day, dude. I'm not ready to go. Mr. 5 badges. I'm not ready to go. So, like a true song. Yeah, it's a little Canadiana for you. So, it's really up to you, my friend. If you want to engage in this malarkey, I can't stop you. Okay, You've done it. Congratulations. Okay, wow, you're very good with your 100% badge limit. Phony. Freaking phony. Okay, that was a nutritional breakdown. Like Vega. See, that's the name of the protein powder I'm drinking right here. Not a sponsor, by the way. If you want to get in touch, please go ahead. Now we gotta get our dance on, like Lou Vega. It's just freestyle rap in slow motion, which is honestly way less talent required. We had somebody, when we were in Boston for PAX East, a young man came up to us and was like, this is 3 years ago, I think. He was like, hey, do you guys mind if I freestyle rap for you? And we said, please don't. just being honest. And he said, all right, but I'm going to do it anyway. And we were like, all right, I can't stop you. It was very impressive, but at the same time, like, look. You're not going to necessarily... Okay, put me on attackers here. I got distracted by trying to seem like the bigger man. The thing is, we told him we didn't want him to freestyle rap for us, not because of a distaste for freestyle rap, but because it's kind of a common money-making scheme, which is fine. Don't get it twisted, But we were like, hey, dude, we're not really receptive to the scheme. I get it. You do a little freestyle rap. It's very impressive. People go, wow, that's impressive. They pay you a little bit of money. Not hating the player on this one, but we were like, please don't. Now, right now, we're a little busy. He did it anyway, and then he was like, by the way, would anyone like to support me? And it was a little awkward, because we were like, no. Already hit you with the, we're not going to be receptive to this. Just, you apply your trade elsewhere, you'll have better results probably. Instead, he tried, he shot his shot. It did not work, but it left everybody involved with kind of a bad taste in your mouth, because it's like he forced us to say no 2 times. Which is really good salesmanship, because people, they hate to say no. There's also, I'm trying not to frame it like the guy's a jerk, because I don't know what his situation is like, and the rap was actually very impressive indeed. However, come on, man. You gotta respect that first no. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell him how to run his business. Okay, we have 3 KOs. Straight up through that whole rant, I thought we were completely KO-less. And I was getting ready to build a moment about how absolutely screwed we are. Still might be screwed, but not at the absolute degree. Sometimes I forget I'm on camera. Send him. No. Miniature yeets! We threw that one. That's one that hurts for me, because I was in the middle of giving my rant. Hydrate again, nutritional deficiency. I would really prefer not to leave this session with no dubs. It would pain me. We got a really solid second place, a third as well. I don't know, probably a couple of miscellaneous top 10 finishes, but no dubs hurts. And I think we've been throwing, not in the same sense, like this, honestly, and I know that every time I say honestly, you're like, oh, here comes some nonsense. Which is totally fair. However, honestly, this game has made me appreciate, like, how people who are good at battle royales must feel. Like, whenever we lose a game of PUBG, sometimes, Austin is not super pleased with it. And in my head, I've always been like, just get over it, brother. You can't win every game. But now I'm like, dude, I totally get it. At least to a greater extent. I'm like, you don't understand. When you're good at the game, every game actually feels like it could be a win. So when you don't win, you know, there's greater stakes that have been at play, if that makes sense. We really didn't get much in the way of attackers, huh? I think we do this. This, send. Fill the gap. Leave yourself a space for that. Okay, one of these. Hold on. I'm not done cultivating aggression here. I'm done cultivating aggression, but only for a brief moment. I recognize I was not even on attackers. I didn't necessarily make a mistake there at the strategic level. I kind of thought to myself, we don't even want to be on attackers just yet. We only cultivated just the slightest bit of aggression. Anytime I hear the klaxons start to go, though, that's when I think to myself, we got a decent amount of aggression. We can start to think about making sure we get a good send in there. No complaints. What do you think is the best Tetris piece that isn't the line piece? The line piece is like the obvious answer, okay? So that's why I took it out of the equation. I'm trying to make it, what do you think? Look, you know, if I rephrase it, will that make you feel better? What do you think is the second best Tetris piece? I'm gonna hit you with something. I don't know if it's controversial. I don't know the power rankings of the Tetris pieces. I think it's gotta be Purple T-piece. Purple T-piece is extremely adept at filling gaps. Every piece can have its day, don't get me wrong. Just keep sending Tetrises. Don't necessarily want to send one baby Tetris after sending, you know, two, but I want to keep the pressure on, so I think that it's a situation that warrants it. Okay, we've created a bit of a nightmare. Now it's up to us to get ourselves out of it. I know what we've just done looks stupid, but now it's stupid. Okay, now you can be like, that was dumb. Okay, I give you my permission. Got an absolutely just extraordinarily cursed setup here. Still a good send. Somebody's still gonna pay for this. That's my 2 cents right now. We still is bad, but we didn't leave ourselves in such a rough spot that, you know, is untenable. I'm telling you, I don't know if people underrate it, but you gotta have respect for T-piece. It's doing its part. I'm very close to a random switch up here. Yeah, very deserved for bad placement. This one, you can't really say that as the Tetris community. That one just kind of fell on me. Many, many, many bad placements. Nutrition required. The way I would metaphorize this right now is it's like we got Goku. When Goku's charging the Spirit Bomb, he's very vulnerable. Why doesn't Frieza choose to attack him? I don't know. It doesn't suit the narrative, I guess, is the answer to the question. We're gathering our power right now. We're being hit while we're vulnerable, but I'm taking all the energy from chat. I'm taking all the you go NLs, and I'm taking all the you can do it, buddy, and I'm disposing of all the why doesn't he switch to randoms more often? I'm disposing of that right now when I'm in a more you know, when I'm in a different mindset. Perhaps we will return to that comment and we'll say, you know what, you're absolutely right, but now is game day. Game day, not the right time to try to, you know, retrofit your play. The algorithm has already been decided. Help. Tell you, one piece of advice I would give myself right now is stop placing the pieces so wrong. You're placing the pieces wrong. I'm actually amazed. We've gotten ourselves kind of back to a really nice setup. This is not just a decent setup. There's an orange piece coming, but it's quite a ways away. This is not merely a decent setup. This is like it's a very, very solid setup. No attackers? One attacker? Okay, keep me on KOs then. That's that was like a fighting game level of execution. I don't get that too often. I saw the pieces coming, I made my move. And I'll do it again. Okay, you gotta plug up the gaps here. Constantly being reminded that one is a genius, the other's insane. Why don't you say any other words from the song, NL? Because I don't know them. Is that what you want to hear from me? That I don't know the words to the song? Yeah, I mean, probably watched like 400 hours of Pinky and the Brain growing up, but, you know, it's been a little while. The information has been replaced with more relevant discourse, like the cast of I Heart Huckabees. Good. Not great. I think this is a situation, the T-piece showing its worth. Oh, baby. This is that good stuff. This is the good stuff. I don't see any red. I don't believe that anybody's close to getting yeeted here, but the more we send, the more aggression we get. The more aggression we get, the more aggression we can send. We're in a great spot. Things change quickly in this game if you give yourself the chance for them to change quickly. One of the things I would really, really suggest is really narrowing down the number of times you place a piece in the worst possible fashion. Although, it may appear everything's hunky-dory. And everything is hunky-dory, temporarily. You know, life comes at you fast in T99. You gotta get yourself ready. Gotta embrace the fact that, you know, at all times, you're beset by people who, they want your badges. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with badge ambition. I said badge ambition. Nothing wrong with badge ambition. I just don't want you to take them from me. Except, I just don't want you to take them from me. How does that sound? What if you didn't take them from me? What if you decided, it's not worth my trouble? What if you decided it's not worth your time? Instead, you took them from somebody else. It sounds good to me, brother. It sounds good to me. Right, good swap. 27, 6 KOs, 7 KOs. Let me tell you, they've created a monster. By not switching off, there's a world of hurt coming for somebody. It might be me. I cannot deny that. But I can't confirm it either. Okay, we're back down to the bottom. Embrace that. Love it. Live it. Okay, we're going on randoms. That was an unwinnable situation if we stay there. Please rest assured, my heart lies on attacking the people attacking us. Every once in a while, there's just situations that make that slightly more difficult. Okay, this is an attackers. We're down at the bottom. We attack. This is heat, though. Notice I didn't say fire. That's because fire in the world of hip-hop, which is where I spend most of my time, is considered a good thing. Heat, though, on the other hand, is just very dangerous. So I've gone... Please. I have a family. I'm just trying to support them. They need badges like anybody else. They need badges, sir. Like anybody else. Who amongst us hasn't done things we regret for badges? Put me back on KOs. Somehow we lived. Prefer that sort of setup rate. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, Bailout. Bailout strats. Lehman Brothers. Lehman Brothers. The Lehman Brothers. I lived. Still living. Now who's alive and who is a living? I can't decide, so I'll be your guide. I wanna be the one that's taking over. This is what it's like when worlds collide. Okay, dude, we got out of Gorilla Glue. It's the first time I've perhaps ever seen that in my entire existence on God's green earth. No, not these ones. This is a very scary moment. We made a very greedy play. I would like to think I wouldn't do it again, but I think that greed kept us in the mix. That was bad, but it also is what it is. Send them. Quick send. Quick send. No! Quick send. This isn't how I go. The rumble! The rumble! This isn't how I go. Still to this day, this is not how I go. We were okay. No joke. No controller rumble. We win that game. I'm not making excuses. That was a situation where, I mean, I was in the Super Bowl and my leg exploded, and even still, I was trying to crawl to the line. That's okay. There's still, I was exhilarated. I had a great time. Oh, that was a great game. It felt really good. Disappointed we didn't get the dub, but that was a strong second place considering we built a freaking maypole in the middle of our structure at the very end there. So, dude, I honestly, you gotta take a Zen approach. Now, we do have to turn off Rumble. I'll just tell you straight up. I don't know where the setting is, so I'm gonna I'll look into that after the episode here. Little classic adrenaline hangover here. You hate to see it. Life goes on. Tell you what. Okay, let's let's knock off the nonsense here. Any chance you could provide to me enough long pieces to get us out of this mess we've created? We've basically become what we hate. We're sending people like little baby lines because we made mistakes early. I don't like that. I don't like to be a burden on the player base. But it is what it is. We also got a KO out of it, which is just disgusting, but... Hold on, I felt a brief pull towards radio silence. It's rare to have it this early. Let me tell you, like... I don't want to build on top of the garbage hole. I yeeted a great many a piece trying to not build on top of the garbage hole there. How have we gotten aggression? I have 2 KOs, I'll admit. I'm as surprised as anybody else about that fact, my friends. But I'm surprised at the level of aggression. Didn't think it had to be like that. Okay, this is where I see it. Go ahead. More. We got one more. That's... Just own that. You knew something was coming there. Let me do this. Better. Honestly, it's a shame that it's taken me up to this point. One more, please. One more. No more. Okay. It's a shame that it's taken me up to this point, but I feel like finally starting to play like at the speed I want to play at. That's not to say that there wasn't like a lot of heat in Tetris on today's recording session, because I definitely believe it was a hot session today. I like it, you know? It can only make us better in the long run. I've said many times, I don't really care about getting better at games. I just care about winning, maximizing my enjoyment. But hey, here's the difference, okay? I normally say that about games where I feel like there's no chance for me to get better, which is probably needlessly defeatist, but, you know. I have, for whatever reason, a natural affinity for Tetris. Not in a huge way, like not at esports levels, but perhaps an above average amount of acumen, one could say. We don't have enough attackers. I think we go back to KOs briefly. We have an above average amount of acumen, is the way that I'm going to describe that. As I just have. So in Tetris, yeah, I want to get better. I do. And it's, honestly, it's a sign of personal growth that we can say that and know with good conscience that even if we were on the Maury Povich show, the lie detector test would determine that is not a lie. Okay? This is an attacker's fight back situation. Radio silence while we try to get ourselves out. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna hit you with one more. I don't want to hit you with one more because I want to eat lunch, but we screwed that up. So I owe you one more. Shake out the hands. We're closing in on 3 eps with no dubs. That's a scary situation. 3 episodes, no dubs. Hang back. Look at something different. Don't look at Tetris for 10 seconds. And when you get ready, you go. I'm gonna hit you with the early radio silence. Put me on KOs and we're popping. Catch me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week messed around and got a triple-double. Freaking brothers every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. Okay, yeah, I see it, it fits. Trust me. Okay, probably give you one more here. Never mind. I shouldn't be alive. Extreme Discovery Channel voice. Okay. I shouldn't be alive. You have to do something. Yeah, okay. Well, it's clear. I think I'm done. We used up all the brain glycogen. I'm sorry, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, click the like button, etc., etc. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.